I don't take this lightly. You taking time out of your schedule to be here this afternoon to listen to what we have to say, but importantly, I'm here for us to spend some time to share ideas as to how we confront the opportunities in the future and how we develop our country and the type of ideas and type of initiatives that is going to take us through the next phase of national development. You know, it's very easy for me to come here and to talk to you. You see this entire document here? I kid you not. This entire document here is about development and projects we did in Region 3 in the last 5 years, 4.5 years. If you look at the front page of this document here, it tells you about the total investment in every sector. And it tells you that between the period 2020 to 2025, we spent almost 1,000% more than the last government in all 5 of this year. So I'm not here this afternoon to remind you. I mean, you know, we spend hundreds of millions of dollars. I was here very early in the term when Auntie Jean cussed me about the water that overtopped the seawall, and of course it was a sad time because all the houses, everybody suffered losses. One of the first things that we did was to invest in that sea defense system. I mean, it looked like a long time ago, but it's just less than 5 years ago. We came into government during COVID, and people forget, because again, many of you in this community were involved in what the PPP had launched. When we were in opposition, the government was doing nothing for COVID. The hospitals did not even have masks. And remember, the PPP launched the National Mask Campaign, where we asked persons to help to sew masks. The temples, the mosques, the churches, they were all involved. For a matter of fact, we distributed more than 1 million masks around the country during that COVID campaign, the People's Progressive Party in opposition. Worse, we even lost a few comrades during that period who were sharing hampers in COVID. They contracted COVID and they lost their lives. That is the love of the People's Progressive Party. That is the commitment of the People's Progressive Party. Let me say to you that from the first day we assumed office in 2020, we have been on the ground every single day. Unless I'm out of the country doing international work, I can assure you, almost every day I'm visiting some community or meeting some group. We're not seasonal, so we don't need to prove to you that we are now coming on the ground. We have been on the ground for the last 5 years, every single day, walking side by side with you. There are others who live their political life by seasons and cycle. Whenever it's electoral season and cycle, you see them. And there is just one important thing I want to tell you today. These villages in Region 3, this village we're in here, has a rich political history, just like Lenora, just like Zeeburg. And they're individuals who are very rich, maybe, by raping the treasury, who believe that the power of money, though ill-gotten, can substitute honor and dignity. Let me tell you, when the People's Progressive Party, Civic, and all our democratic forces fought for 5 months to protect your honor and dignity, it was because your vote is part of your honor and part of your dignity. Because when you put an X next to a symbol, You're placing your trust and confidence in that entity to ensure that your family, ensure your country, your community is taken care of. Am I not right? One of the things that annoys me the most in recent days and weeks is to see, I don't even call them political individuals, to see spoiled brat believing that they can buy your honor and buy your dignity by putting $10,000, $15,000 in your hands and paying you for your vote. That is the greatest insult to your honor and dignity. Your honor and dignity cannot and will never be for sale. Our country has a rich and long tradition about struggles, struggle for democracy, struggle against colonial rule, struggle against dictatorship, struggle against forces trying to steal in elections. And it is these struggles that form our value system, that form our political identity. That political identity is not accidental or did not come up overnight. That political identity came through hard work and sacrifices. It came through some of our grandparents, great-grandparents, parents, giving everything they know that they have, sacrificing everything that they have for the freedom, dignity, honor, and respect of this country and for this country. And we owe them at least to hold our honor and dignity intact. So my friends, my comrades, I can tell you today about all the roads we have built, about all the grants we have given, about the improvement in the healthcare system, about the improvement in the education system, about the improvement in community infrastructure, about the new fire tender that we have given to the NDC, about the excavator that we are giving to the NDC, about the new garbage truck that we'll be giving to the NDC. I can speak to you about the improvement in education, the new Decantron Hospital that will give you world-class service. And if you don't understand what that service will be, ask those who are going to the new Diamond Hospital. Let them tell you about the experience they're having. Mind-blowing. I had the two of the top CEOs from two of the top hospitals in the world, in the country, in the last week. And they said it's just unimaginable what we're giving for free to the population. And we're doing this by bringing the best. We have Northwell, we have Mount Sinai, we are linked to India, because we believe that our prosperity must be grounded in quality care. That is why we are also going to deploy technology to its fullest to ensure the safety of our people, to ensure the quality service that is given to our people, to ensure that the bureaucracy in the system is removed and everything is system-based, to put everything on an electronic platform, to enhance accountability, to enhance transparency, and to improve the efficiency and reliability through which services are dispensed from the government. So it is important for us to understand context. Our children's future is now far brighter than it was 5 years ago, 10 years ago. Why? Because of the investments we're making. If you look at our children's performance at the end National Grade 6 Assessment, which I know is Common Entrance, so I'll refer to it as Common Entrance. If you look at our children's performance, it is just mind-blowing. And that is why parents must understand today that we have to think less about who is in QC, Bishops, Saints, Roses, Seaboard, West End. That's not the point anymore. Because you may very well have children right here in your community who got 99% in mathematics, 99% in science, but 91% in social studies, and they are at a school that is not QC. But in any system, a child that is scoring 99% in math and science is going to a special stream. Because those are subjects that are crucial for national development. To create the scientific mind, the chemical engineers, the doctors, the scientists, the chemists, the pharmacists. So we have to ensure that we don't have an education system that is defined of where a child is at 11 years old. You follow me? At 11 years old, you're enjoying life. You're now in the bud, not even blossoming into this beautiful world. And that cannot be. It cannot. It's good. It's a good exam. It's needed. But it cannot be the defining moment. So our investment must be to create an ecosystem that gives an even playing field for students across every level. So what are we doing? We're improving our secondary schools to ensure that all our schools have the same level of lab service, the same level of science teachers, the same quality of teachers, the same quality of learning material, the same quality of support staff, the same quality that exists at what we may perceive to be the best school. That same quality must be accessible across the secondary education system. And technical education must be built into the system to support this quality secondary education that is equitable and accessible across the system. And that is the type of policy shift, the type of policy changes that we are pursuing to give every single child an equal opportunity at the best shot at life. There are very few countries that can tell you that their children, your children, if they want to be a nurse and they have the basic subjects, we're going to put them in a degree program, pay them whilst they're doing the program, and guarantee them a job after they complete the program. And today our salaries are so competitive that persons are coming back home. Because it's not only about the salary and benefit, it's about your ability to save, the propensity to save. Economics is about understanding these concepts. You could be earning 5,000 US, but you save nothing. You can be earning 1,000 US, but you save 500 US. Which is better? It's understanding these concepts. We're investing to ensure that you have treated water, the best treated water coming to every single household in this region. These are the investments that we are making, investments that are key and critical. I just spoke at the meeting that we also are investing in quality of life issues. That is why we're investing in a landfill site in Region 3, so that we can take all the garbage out. We have to build recreational facilities that are state-of-the-art, safe family environment, security, the national secure platform, the CCTV cameras, the e-ticketing system. All of these things are the things that we are pursuing, creating a digital future for Guyana, where everything you need will be accessed on this phone. If you're a farmer, your extension service will be on this phone. You go to the field one morning and you see a bug, you take a photograph of the bug, you send the photograph to the Center of Excellence, and the Center of Excellence will then send you a message, that bug is this, you need to apply this chemical immediately. You don't have to wait 5 days for an extension officer. That is the future that we're building. We have the digital ID card. No longer would you have to be walking around with piles of paper, your medical record from hospital to hospital. Everything is integrated into your digital ID card. If you need to get something at the office, you don't have to go to GPO and get your birth certificate, then go back and get your depot, and then come back and go back and get your marriage certificate, and then get your depot, whatever certificate. You will take your card, they will input it, and all your records as they needed to give you service will come up. That is the future that we are building. before the end of this year, we're going to be launching an initiative where you don't have to go to GRA or anywhere to renew your license. You'll be walking to a vending machine, put in your license, and it renew it and give you your new license. And these are not only ideas, these are things that we are doing. We'll be launching the digital payment platform so that you take your phone, you come home from work, you take your phone, you transfer your money, you make all your purchases in your supermarket. It's linked to a delivery service. Your supermarket send everything home by you. You don't have to go and line up at Republic Bank. You stay at home, you transfer your account from your mother account to your account. Right at home. Right at home, you see. If you and your husband got joint account, from the time you go and withdraw some side money in the account, you get a notification on your phone. So you track what's happening. That's the future we are building. That is the future we are building. And this is not work 5 years from now. This is work that you will start seeing results by the end of this year. You know, when I told people on New Year's, Old Year's night, how y'all say, New Year's morning or whatever, Old Year's night, I said by the end of January, right? What did I say, Nalini? By the end, starting of February, you'll have the electronic immigration forms. Remember what they said? I'm a madman. Today, on time, you can fill up your immigration form online, digitally, get a barcode, come in Guyana, scan it, and go through the electronic gates. It also helps transparency and accountability, because the next phase now is that we are putting in the scanners at the airport, so that we don't need 10 officers waiting, hey, you look like you can get top up here by. No, we have scanners that are going to scan every suitcase. It's recorded digitally at the point of entry. There's a record in the database and a record at the head office. Accountability. So don't bring 100 of something you're not supposed to bring in your suitcase and come in the country, because you'll have to pay the taxes. We are trying to remove human biases so that we improve the quality of the experience of life here in Guyana. And that's important. It's very important. So we are launching AxGov AI, our own AI. And we started to work on it. It will have all the intelligence of the system is based on facts. So you can go, you're sitting with your family, you want to know the procedure of applying for something, you ask, and the answer comes to you instantaneously. You don't have to go stand up at any agency, and depending on how that person wake up or what mood they're in, they answer you or they bark at you or they shout at you or anything. AI always, that functionality will always be happy. One standard application. Alright? So these are the investments that we are making that are key and critical. An integrated system for security management. Because you need to live a quality of life that make living enjoyable. You know, sometimes you have everything in life, but living is not enjoyable. Another big issue in this community, because I get a lot of text messages, is mechanic, sprayman. The sprayman decided he want to work till 1 o'clock in the morning. Somebody abusing. So what are we going to do? We are building a new highway, continuing the highway all the way to Parika and then to Wales. But importantly, we're going to create hubs, industrial hubs, commercial hubs. So we're going to give all of these spray painting shops and mechanic shops spaces in the hubs, so that they will go and carry their establishment at the hubs, so improve your quality of life and take away that do something in society. Because they're also important, and their livelihood is important. But we want to give them a benefit by giving them high quality infrastructure to do their work, and new high quality sleep and high quality living environment. We're also going to be developing 3 parking lots that are going to be low-cost parking lots, with security and lighting and everything. So all these people who own trucks, we can't give everybody acre land to put trucks. We don't have that. So we're developing this facility. You will lease spaces and take your trucks, your excavator, and all of these machinery to those facilities so that we improve the quality of life for people. That is important. These are the things that we're thinking about a future that is dynamic, a future that is technologically driven, a future that is ambitious but reachable. A future that is ambitious but reachable. We are not talking today. I can come here, as I said, and tell you because you can trust us to it. With all the commitments we made in the manifesto, we have already done. I can tell you, yes, you'll get more pension, higher pensions. And everybody from New York come in and register for the pension anyhow. Right? Because it's more than $200 already per month. So next 5 years, imagine how much it can be. Right? You'll get higher pension. More because we care grant. You will get more money for the newborn. So yeah, let's try hurry up. You'll get more money for the newborn. You will get cheaper access to finance. You know, people take some things for granted. Just 5 years ago, a $30 million loan was 9 and 10% at the bank. Today it's less than 5%. And we're going to create financial instruments to help you, because you see, we have the wrong idea of how you utilize assets. So somebody built a nice house over there, and we come home every day, we wash up the house nice by. Light up nice Diwali time, put up nice light Christmas time, Eid time, we make some nice halwa and something. But do not make halwa now. I lose the skill of making anything. So, but what really is the value of that house? Let me explain this to you. And this is what people don't understand when you talk about wealth creation. When we invest in these roads in this community, that house that was valued $10 5 years ago is now valued $40. All of you know that your house price gone up in this area. Right, Auntie Jane? You can be vexed as you want to be with me, but your house price gone up. If you can sell, you can sell higher than you would have sold in 2019 today. But how do we capitalize on that? How do we? So the government will be creating co-investment opportunities where we will say, if you have a small and medium-sized business idea, we're going to give you X amount of loan interest-free. We're going to bring in the banks and say, listen, bank, you now have to reduce your collateral requirement because we're reducing the risk on that loan, because we're making it interest-free. And then you have to reduce the collateral requirement and reduce the interest rate. And then we have to create a vehicle for you to invest. So if you have a property that you pay off the bank for, or you don't have any loan on it, but that property is worth $40 million. It's called idle asset. So if we create investment opportunity like a fertilizer plant, you can go now and take out $30 million in your house, co-invest it with the government in that fertilizer plant, and you may get 10 or 12% return. Any business will take that any day of the year. So your house now become a revenue earner for you. You are now capitalizing that asset, you're leveraging that asset to grow your family wealth, family income, and then the community wealth. Are we together on that? I know I'm already going on too long. This is not supposed to be so long. I have 4 more meetings to go to. And I see my staff had changed the shift. Let me say also that there are some things that you would have raised with us. The bridges, we completed all the bridges in the community, 3 bridges. There are 3 remaining roads to be done. There are 4 roads that will be that are almost at some awarded. We are going to put a mobile drainage pump to help support you guys here. We give the NDC a small excavator. We're going to give them a second small excavator because of the size of this NDC, so that they can expedite the cleaning of the drain. I'm going to ask Indar to work next week with the community to move all the derelict vehicles and all these old things along the roadway. Clean up the roadway. The other thing is that your recreational facility is 30% completed. I think Charles told you, we're going to complete that facility and we're going to put the lights in and everything there for you. We're also going to look to create a park, a recreational park for you guys to use here. Alright? Now, the Rampasad Street, that was a street that I think was raised. We have already awarded that contract. We're spending $33.3 million to get Rampasad Street completed. The other street that is very important for you is the Eastern Sideline Dam Street, right? That's the one, Eastern Sideline Dam. And that has also been awarded at $233 million to have that street completed. The internal drains we're working on. At the Bush Dam, I think they built a walk path bridge for you there. We're going to work on designing a proper bridge that vehicles and everything can go over. So Indar is going to look at having that design completed so we can go to tender for that. I addressed the issue of garbage disposal, co-investment, but importantly also, we have to look at how we invest in technical education. And in this region, listen, this region is going to be supercharged. This is going to be the region, trust me. You're getting street lights too. That's part of the security plan. We're starting very soon with the main access road. And I will say you already started. By the end of next year, every post will have a light. And you're going to be paying half the cost of electricity. By August, you're going to be going across the bridge free of cost. And Region 3, trust me, the bridge alone should bring 100% vote in Region 3 to the people. The city fences that we spent in the site plot alone is $921 million to keep your home safe. So we're doing it. We're doing the work. Right? So you're talking about a region that will have its own international stadium, hotels that are coming, fertilizer plant, gas facility, 3 new port facility, massive port facility. You will have we're creating what we call a wide channel to bring the channel on the west side so that we can use all the lands along the water now as for port and other development facility. And you have massive agro-processing manufacturing. Porica would be an international port facility, shipping directly to the Caribbean from there. You are on speed dial. We can't afford to slow down. We can't afford to destabilize what is happening. We can't afford to experiment. We have to just ensure that we move forward together for this better Guyana, all of us together, hand in hand, ready to ensure the peace. And listen, we're going to win by the grace of God and by your support. But we want to shake this thing up. We want to send a message that the People's Progressive Party Civic is the only national party, and we're going to win nationally by winning overwhelmingly. We're going to win nationally by winning overwhelmingly. The butterfly Or a jaguar. The jaguar is our national animal. But always remember, who was the butterfly that sting like a bee? Muhammad Ali. You're not for sale. Ghana is not for sale. One advice I have for the spoiled brat, pay your damn taxes with the interest and get your life back on track. Thank you.